When I was a skinny 14-year-old kid, I was the Don Corleone of Miami Beach. People came to me when they needed a favor. I had influence, power, clout. I was an usher in a movie theater. But not just any movie theater. I'm talking the lavish, dazzling Beach Theater, which was once the crown jewel of Lincoln Road. Beach Theater seated 1,800 customers in ornate elegance. Now, ushers didn't earn much money, but there were other advantages to the job. You could watch Bogart until you got his voice down perfectly. Here's looking at you, kid. Now that impressed the girls. You also got a snappy uniform, a power suit. I wore a double-breasted maroon jacket, gold epaulets on the shoulders, shiny gold brass buttons, and sharply pressed maroon and gray striped pants to match. Girls who never paid me any attention looked me up and down, and they said, "I didn't know you were so handsome." But that wasn't even the best part of the job. I was in charge of balcony sex. Sounds good, right? Back then, if a guy could get his date up to the balcony, well, imagination. When I was growing up, wild sex meant necking and sloppy tongue kissing. If you were really lucky, a little fondling. As a balcony usher, I had the power to make that happen. One day, I get this business idea, a little shady. I could never offer it to Shark Tank. My idea, okay, it was a scheme, was to wait until the balcony was half filled and then close it off. I would put up the classic red velvet rope, hope for a nice long line, and collect tips. You know, like the maitre d' of a fancy restaurant. So one busy Saturday night, I decided to test out my scheme. As customers climbed the staircase to the balcony, including the football players from my high school, with their knockout girls draped on their arm, a line formed behind the "Go No Further" red velvet rope. Then, just like I'd rehearsed, I announced, "Sorry, folks, the balcony is full." I sounded so sincere. The line grew. 20 minutes passed, and no one, absolutely no one, offered me a tip. Nothing. Not even a milk dud. I was about to scrap the whole idea when a guy, standing with his date way at the back of the line, raised his hand and waved me over. And he said, "Hey, you think you can find 2 empty seats? Know what I mean?" He winked and stuck a $1 bill in my palm. I said, "Right this way." I escorted him to the red velvet rope, opened it, and led him up to the dark balcony. Everybody in line, they got the idea. Soon my pockets were filled with cash. So for the next few weeks, I got to tell you, business was great. They kept offering tips, and I kept accepting them. Then one night, at a family dinner, my Uncle Rube congratulated me for getting a job. And he said, "Congratulations. It doesn't matter how much you earn, Larry, as long as it's an honest dollar." Why did he have to say that? Why that? I couldn't look at my dad. I felt guilty and ashamed. A few Saturday nights later, I was on balcony duty when I noticed a disabled guy, a kid I knew from school. He used a cane to limp up the staircase with his date. I thought about what my Uncle Rube said. So I led the guy and his date through the line, around the red velvet rope, and showed them to their seats. He sat down, he put his arm around his girl, and he said, "Hey, thanks a lot." I stood there in the darkness, feeling the best I'd felt in a long time. Then I bounded down the stairs, lifted the red velvet rope, and let everybody in. That night, I said goodbye, arrivederci, to Don Corleone of Miami Beach. Thank you.
Give a guy a uniform, I swear. What? They get a uniform and then they think they control all of sex on Miami Beach. In Larry's case, though, he did control all of sex on Miami Beach. Thank you, Larry Spinner. Give a guy